So this is our front body sternum spiral stretch. I refer to this as the shadow puppet because what we have to do is we're taking this coracoid process, we're taking this coracoid lever, I call it, because it helps us find extroversion, and we pull it forward into introversion, right? We have to, because we're not fixing the hand on a bar, we have to like rein it in a little bit in terms of parameters of what we're doing with the arm. So what I do is I take underhand under the strap, and then I wrap around once. So I'm overhand, right? When you do this, make sure that you're wrapping through the meat of the palm, before the ball of the hand, not over the fingers. I want it over the body of the palm, okay? So it's a nice easy grab. So we come under, up and over, and we hold the strap. And this is where the shadow puppet comes in. We want the beak of the goose to be facing forward right straight to the anchor point. We want the elbow to be closed as much as possible. Soft sternum, find the balls of your feet. Then you're going to slightly walk the feet in and lean back a little bit, keeping the elbow closed. You'll notice you might get a little bit of a bicep contraction. The whole shoulder girdle starts to fire up to stabilize. Keeping that beak forward of the hand, the shadow puppet is facing straight to the anchor point. We're going to start to, keeping the weight in the strap, we're going to start to walk away a little bit. You're going to notice when you walk away that you'll feel that coracoid lever start to extrovert. It'll start to spiral you back and away. So you're getting the depression, medial rotation, retraction of the shoulder blade, the extroversion of the strapped arm, in this case, your right arm. We start to walk facing away a little bit in the sternum, never going as far as this has to stay rolled forward into the motion. We want to make sure that the shadow puppet stays facing forward. We can give a little pendulum swing of the elbow. Is it hanging straight down? As I start to walk away, can I give a little pendulum swing? It's hanging straight down. As I walk away a little further, can I test that again? I'm going to start to feel a deep stretch across the pecs. Then sternum, I soften it a bit. I soften my knees, tuck my tail a bit, tuck my sternum. I'm in opposition to that extroverting in this shoulder. As I start to place the ball of the foot, I lunge away on an inhale, making sure that this shoulder still extroverts. If it rolls forward and in, you're taking this exercise too far for you right now, and you also need to be doing more of the back body maypole exercise. It's very important that this can extrovert safely. Otherwise, you're going to compromise the front of your shoulder capsule. So we have this extroverting. We're going to inhale into the lunge, 2, 3, and exhaling, we pull the elbows straight down to pull us back. I'm keeping my weight. I'm hanging into the strap. I'm inhaling as I lengthen into it, and exhale, I pull my elbow down. Checking in on that coracoid lever. Am I spiraled back? Am I keeping a soft, tucked tail, curled sternum in opposition? Inhaling and exhaling, because it is not extroversion if this rolls back while your butt sticks out. You have to curl this under, tuck this in, and then roll this back. Inhaling it out, 2, 3, and exhaling. One more time, and we inhale it out, 2, 3, and exhaling. I'm still keeping my weight in the strap so that I don't lose the resisted stretch. I carefully walk my sternum back facing with a little closed puppet. My weight's still hanging in the strap, and then I can start to unweight it and release. That's one full set for that side. We're now going to do the same thing with the opposite. So you're going to take your left hand, underhand. We come up and over. We wrap. We walk to it. We find that shadow puppet. My elbow's closed. My wrist is closed. The beak is facing forward. As I start to walk away, I'll feel that this shoulder starts extroverting. I get that depression, medial rotation, retraction, I start facing away a little further. Can I still extrovert, spiraling that shoulder back while keeping my tail tucked, my sternum softened in to get a true differentiation of my shoulder girdle with my axial skeleton, my spine. Once I've found that position, so I walked away from it, I can also do a little pendulum check. Is my elbow still hanging as I turn away? I then take my leg out into a lunge and I inhale, lengthening into it. I still have my weight hanging in the strap, and exhaling, I pull elbow down to close. I inhale, 2, 3, and exhaling, and inhaling it, 2, 3, and exhaling. Remembering that we don't expect the same range from each side of our body. We honor the fact that this is a different movement experience. It's a different spiral. We are spiraling to the opposite direction. So we are inhaling into it, 2, 3, and exhaling. We're challenging that extroversion of your left arm this time. I start to walk back, still hanging in the strap. And then I walk forward a little bit, closing the bicep a little more if I like. And I take the weight out, and that concludes the set for the left arm. If you go back to do this again, be careful. If you've worked that spring loading and extroversion, it might become a little tight around that area of serratus or tips of the shoulder blades. It's always a safe idea to just take it back through to the back body sternum spiral, maybe the one arm with the crossover, just to let it even out a little bit. Good, and then we'll go to, you can have one more set again. So you would wrap, find the shadow puppet, hang into it. We start to walk away. Pendulum swing test, does my elbow still face the ground? As I walk away a little further, does my shoulder roll back in extroversion while my elbow is pendulum swinging, hanging to the ground? Then I can inhale, 2, 3, and exhaling. Inhaling, 2, 3, and exhaling. Inhale, 2, 3, and exhaling. I then walk back, keeping my weight in the strap, and I release. To repeat on the other side, just so you can see it in my back body. It's good to see the shoulder from another angle. I wrap underhand up and over. I keep hanging into the strap with a closed elbow. The beak faces the anchor point. I walk away with my sternum. Pendulum test. Can the elbow still hang while the coracoid lever's rolled back? Is my tail soft? Is my sternum a little curled while I find that extroversion? I lunge away. I inhale into it. 2, 3, and exhaling. Inhaling into it. 2, 3, and exhaling. And inhale. 2, 3, and exhaling. I carefully keep my weight in the strap so as to not shock the shoulder. I walk towards it. I start to unweight, and then I release. Again, always following this full circuit with, I like to go to the crossover or the one arm crossover to get a deeper stretch, just to find that full introversion of the shoulder that is working the strap in this case. Inhaling into it and inhaling into it.